So you clicked on this video. You must be a modern mystic or curious about being one. And if you're curious about being one, you pretty much are one. So the modern mystic, I'm going to talk about an ascension secret for the modern mystic. What is a modern mystic? First off, a modern mystic is someone who's taking that source energy consciousness and starting to awaken to the fact that that's them. That's who they are. They are a piece of that. They are that. That's where they came from, and it's here, and we're expanding it out into every cell and space of our body and being. And that's called ascension. So our awakening journey is turning into our ascension journey, and we are becoming sovereign source beings in these bodies. We actually don't have to leave our bodies to ascend and be enlightened. So if that's like, yeah, to you, then you are a modern mystic, and that's what we are doing. We no longer are running to our caves anymore and meditating on the mountaintop, void of anybody in our lives. We have the job of being in suburbia, being in regular life, doing this intense spiritual work. And this next phase of the modern mystic is to be in it all the time, and to sustain these higher frequencies in a flesh body. And that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. So I want to give you a little secret. Because it's so much work, I want to give you a secret to make it a little easier. And the secret's pretty simple. Maybe it's not a secret at all. Maybe it's just a reminder. So the secret to being a modern mystic and raising your vibration and sustaining that vibration is, drumroll, moving energy. Move your energy. All right, so when we are modern mystics and we are raising our frequency and we can go into deep, deep meditations, how do we sustain that? We sustain it by dealing with the denser frequencies. So you may have heard the new term law of subtraction. All that means is that you do the deeper dive into shadow work, inner child work, reprogramming work in the small mind, all those beliefs and stuff. Everything's just a vibration. It's all a rate of frequency, right? And so what happens is we want to start dealing with the dense frequencies, the lower vibrations. We want to start working with that and move it. So the more we can move that dense frequency and start quickening it, the more it processes, integrates, and we raise up. So we want to move. And some of my favorite ways to do that is walking in nature, singing out, doing toning and mantra, right? Sweating, infrared saunas or steams, get things moving out of the body, right? Get the density, get the toxins, get that out of the way. And you will be able to sustain higher frequencies, because we all have a rainbow of vibrational frequencies in us. From our embodiment, our ego, our negative ego, our pain body, our light body. It's a rainbow of frequencies. And now we know as a modern mystic that where we place our focus is where we can sustain most of the time. So if we raise our vibration, say with meditation, a deep meditation, it raises up. If we do the work and keep the energy moving, this density won't bring us back down. Okay, so if we deal with this, then we can sustain. Okay, and once we can sustain that vibration for a longer time, our bodies know what to do with that vibration. So I love when I get this data as I'm speaking. So we need to sustain the energy for the body to have a chance to adapt. So yeah, you can't adapt to an energy if it's fleeting, right? You felt it in the morning with your meditation and then it just left. The body doesn't have time to adapt to that at that light. So we want to do the deep work, okay, of scouring. What's dense. Let's go there. Let's release it. Let's keep moving energy. Get the energy moving fast. Woo! And then when you do hit a really high vibration, then you'll be able to sustain it. Maybe you'll come down a little bit because, we're driving in traffic and going to the food store. But it'll drop a little bit. If we don't do the density work, what happens is we go to our sound healing night and we get so high, and then we still have all this density and we drop. Okay, so we want to keep the high, right? It's fun to be high. It's fun to have a spiritual high. But what if, we know as modern mystics that we can live from that high. We just have to do the deeper shadow work to move the density. And that's why you got to keep moving. So one of the ways I love to do it, if you've been on my channel a lot, you know that I really love keeping energy moving with the voice. There's several reasons I like the voice. One is that your breath has prana in it, life force energy. It comes up through the vocal cords. This whole throat chakra area is full of neurons that are associated with emotions. So as you take the prana and breath past the vocal cords and create a sound wave, and you have this vibration, you're integrating emotions. You're integrating that heavy, dense stuff, and you get it to move. So yeah, you're moving tension and density out of the body, the physical body. You are calming the nervous system. You are also, with the intention of your voice, you can start clearing out the light body and the subtle body, the chakras and the auric field. So that's why voice is so amazing, because you can work with it on a physical level, on a subtle energetic level, on the auric energetic level, and the mind, the mental level, okay? Just by your sound and your intention. You get to do all of that. Oh, cuteness alert. That's my dog Max, isn't he cute? He really wants to go for a walk, so. All right, so sound. So what can you do? Well, I have a lot of videos on my channel. Check them out, where I'm doing a lot of sound healing, and I'll also teach you a lot of ways. But in this video, I want to give you just a little practice. This is a fun little practice. It's kind of like do, re, mi, but it's the sounds that India would use to teach music. Instead of do, re, mi, they use sa, re, ga. So you would just sing up a major scale. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. And then sing down. How I love thee, how I love thee. Now you can kind of go back and keep doing this, keep playing and singing with me until you get it. But basically it's just up a scale, and it's sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. Now I love this little map, because if we can do it with our intention. So I'm doing it with the intention to release a lack of trust, fear, to release fear. I'm going into yeah, like I'm triggered. Say something triggered you in your family life. Do this. And it just starts helping to move the energy rather than keeping it stuck in that center constricted circle of our drama and story. It starts expanding it and quickening it. Keep the energy moving, okay? So that's called the 7 sounds of love. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. Sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. How I love thee, how I love thee. So your voice is a sound healer to you. And the coolest part is that if I give you that exercise and there is an inhibition, there is some belief systems that come up, there's a body contraction, play there. Right there, you have a whole bucket of density to work through and get that energy moving. You can change those belief systems. You can affect the density and contraction in the body to expand back out. You can work with the energy. Voice is such a great barometer for density. So I call that vocal awareness. Vocal awareness, like where we are with our tone, or where we are with our inhibitions, or with singing. It helps us see what energy needs to move, what needs to be processed. And so this is stuff that I help people with in my Awakened Voice sessions. And I just do that right on Zoom. So if you're noticing that I'm asking you to do this little singing exercise and you're like locked up and you feel a lump in your throat, you know, the Awakened Voice sessions might be something that really help you move, start moving this energy. And I can help you with that. But okay, so another way to move energy is just movement, right? Start moving, right? Start just walking, jogging, jumping up and down, hatha yoga, ashtanga yoga, really good ways just to keep moving. Now, I'm not a proponent of just all out movement where you just get so breathless and kill yourself. You know, I really want you to, the type of movement that's going to really process for you is allowing you to be where you are. Okay, it's going to be long walks. Okay, it's going to be ashtanga or hatha yoga. It can be HIIT workouts, but with intention. That means it's rest-based exercise where you go like say 90 minutes hard, and then you rest your body and you feel into her and you're like, yes, okay, I feel you. Integrate, push it out again, 90 seconds, push it out. So that's the kind of movement I would recommend. And of course, dance. Dance it out, everybody. Like, you don't have to be a good dancer, just like you don't have to be a good singer to use voice and movement to really get things going, to move that dense energy. Movement and singing, these are our birthrights. And the problem with our current society right now is that it's specialized as being, you can only do it if you're a good performer. No, tribes used to sing and dance just for their birthright, to move energy. So modern mystic, would you be willing to move some energy with me? And it's not about performance. It's about these God-given tools that we have to move energy and raise vibration. There's something called the 5 rhythms. This would be staccato. This would be chaos. This would be lyrical. This would be flow. So Gabriel Roth's 5 rhythms. It's a form of process dance, and it's amazing. It's really fun. So try these things. Look these things up. My beautiful comrade, my beautiful colleague, my modern mystic friend. Move the energy. Move the density. This is your biggest secret to ascension as a modern mystic. And when I say ascension, I mean your enlightenment in this body. What I mean is that you are going to raise the frequency of your being in this body to that of an ascended master and beyond. And your body is going to learn how to adapt to that frequency. And that means you have to live at a high frequency for longer periods of time so that your flesh suit can adapt to it. Make sense? All right, so let me know in the comments, which is your favorite way? Are you going to use your voice? Are you going to use dance? Are you going to use walking? What are you going to use to quicken the energy, to subtract the density? And let me know if you need any support. There's links in the description. I'd be happy to support you with alignment through sound or an awakened voice session. All right, beautiful modern mystic. See you next time. Namaste.